So let's talk about SNAP benefits because there's some big changes that are coming right now, both in the state level and the federal level. So today we're going to break down what's going on, what the Trump administration is now asking several states to do. And again, this may mean either a lack of benefits for you, or it could actually mean an increase in the near future. That is what many Republicans are saying, is that they're pushing for increases for all benefit programs, but there has to be some changes first. So let's break down what some of these changes are and whether or not they're going to impact you in the near future. But first, before I do, all I ask is one thing. Takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now, let's begin. So SNAP benefits go to millions and millions of Americans. However, the Trump administration is now trying to make some changes to actually reduce the amount of spending and only send the benefits to the American people. Look at this. It says new SNAP benefit guidance announced by Trump administration. Well, what exactly is it? Well, look at this. This is exactly what it is. The USDA is now telling states to boost SNAP verification so illegal immigrants don't get benefits. Here's what you need to understand. Over the past several years, there has been some changes, some modifications where illegal immigrants were able to receive certain benefits. Some of which were kind of grandfathered in under the pandemic relief. Well, the Trump administration says that's the end of that. But I want to read you what they're asking. Look at this right here. It says the U.S. Department of Agriculture has issued new guidance to state agencies regarding the dissemination of supplemental nutrition assistance program benefits to illegal immigrants. Goes on to say, President Donald Trump has made a series of efforts to clamp down on undocumented migrants accessing federal benefits. In the executive order issued on February 19th, the president directed federal agencies to enhance eligibility verification systems to the maximum extent possible to ensure that taxpayer-funded benefits exclude any ineligible alien. Okay, so what does this mean? Well, this is the story we're being told. That the reason why the Trump administration is doing this is so that we, for one, taxpayer dollars is not going to people that have come into the United States illegally. Number one. Number two, again, we are not overspending. What the Trump administration is trying to do at this time, with the help of the Department of Government Efficiency, is they're trying to reduce our spending. Because right now, we are operating at a deficit. That's a huge problem. This is why Elon Musk and the Department of Government Efficiency were trying to cut $2 trillion of our spending. Is because if they were successful at doing that, we would have a surplus. That means we would bring in more revenue than we are spending. That's how the country should run. Problem is, we don't. Look at this. It says, USDA Secretary Brooke Rollins and Acting Deputy Undersecretary John Walk have issued guidance to state SNAP agencies, directing them to enhance identity and immigration verification practices when determining eligibility for the anti-hunger benefit. SNAP is funded by the federal government, but administered by state agencies. That's why the states are being forced to do more verifications. But look at this. Again, things are changing. We are continuing to see the federal government is trying to find ways to reduce our spending, which is going to be good in the future, but the problems are going to arise today. Look at this. It says 4 states have asked the USDA to let them ban soda and candy from food assistance programs. Now, which states are these? Well, I want to read a little bit of this to you. Look at this right here. It says more than 41 million Americans received benefits from the SNAP program, the nation's largest food assistance program. Iowa, Nebraska, Arkansas, and Indiana have submitted waivers to the agency, a spokesperson said, that the agency did not make copies of the waivers available. says Arkansas wants to exclude soda, fruit, and vegetable drinks with less than 50% natural juice, or what they're calling unhealthy drinks, and candy. Indiana hopes to exclude candy and soda, according to an April 15th press release. Nebraska wants to exclude soda and energy drinks. Okay, and again, let's see down here. It says Reuters could not immediately verify the content of Iowa's waiver. Iowa's lawmakers have been considering a bill that would limit SNAP purchase to whole foods like eggs, milk, and vegetables. Now, here's the reason why this is such a big deal. What we are experiencing right now is a shortage of healthy, affordable options. Keep in mind, it has to be healthy and affordable options. There are healthy options that are extremely expensive. There's also unhealthy options that are cheap. So finding healthy and affordable options is rather difficult. And that's why some are saying we are in a food desert in certain parts of the country, because we do not have healthy and affordable options. Now, what we are going to see is some changes. And here are some of the changes that experts are telling us are coming in the very near future. Number one, we are going to see some issues regarding food because of tariffs, because of layoffs, because of just the economic climate right now in the United States. We are going to see some very harsh realities set in, where Americans can't afford food, can't afford healthy options, and yet the only options that they have is candy, chips, sodas, right? That's all we're going to have. Now, here's what I can tell you. This is going to be a problem likely all the way into fall, if not into the winter. That's what we're going to see. We are already seeing more layoffs. We're seeing it's becoming harder for illegal immigrants to not just work here in the United States, but also live here in the United States. So many of which are just voluntarily deporting themselves, okay, or a voluntary departure. They're just leaving because it's too expensive. They're going to Mexico, going to South America. They're going everywhere, but they're not staying here because the Trump administration is making it very clear that they are onto them and they will deport them to pretty much any country. It's turning into a problem. I want to show you this though, okay? Idaho is going to ban soda and candy. It says soda and candy said to be ineligible for SNAP benefits in Idaho. Governor Brad Little signed a bill on April 15th that bans candy and soda from being purchased with SNAP benefits in Idaho. Now, more states are going to do this. Here's why. According to reports, more states are considering banning things like soda and candy and junk food so that they can actually take more of that money and put it towards the healthier options. So now they might actually expand what they could seriously do, what they could buy. Some states are looking into buying or allowing hot food purchases. Look at this. It says a Colorado bill looks to allow hot food SNAP purchases. It says Colorado could join a small list of states in the nation that allow supplemental nutrition assistance program recipients to get a hot prepared meal using their benefits. It says this is a program that exists for individuals who are older or living with a disability or going through homelessness. It's incredibly important that these individuals can have access to hot prepared food. That's currently something that SNAP benefits do not cover. Yeah, here's the other issue. How do we protect the elderly? How do we protect veterans that are homeless? Because I've seen in several instances where people go into a store and they want to purchase certain things, or they want to purchase a frozen burrito, but then where do they get it warmed up? This is why many people are shopping at 7-Eleven. Because at 7-Eleven you can buy those things and you can warm it up at their little microwave. Or some homeless people will go to a nearby grocery store, walk across the street to the local hotel, and see if they can just warm up their food in the microwave. Again, just looking after people that are, homeless, seniors that can't cook for themselves or shouldn't cook for liability reasons. And then veterans, people that fought for the country, and yet we can't offer them some of these benefits. Again, I understand the problem there. But this is kind of where we're at. There's some massive changes that are going to be happening for SNAP beneficiaries very soon. I don't know what they're going to look like because every single state is going to be different, but it's going to be a massive change that we're going to see. Because again, it's coming from the federal level. The Trump administration wants to see these changes, not only to lower the cost, but to preserve SNAP benefits, to ensure that everybody has food long into the future, not just for the next several months. So we're going to see what happens moving forward. All I can tell you right now is be prepared if you do receive SNAP benefits, that changes are on the way, and it's going to come, again, from the federal level down to the states. The states are going to decide how they work things, but the Trump administration can easily say, you do this or else we're not going to give you this benefit. We're not going to send you this money. Again, that's where we're headed. So we'll see what happens, but that's what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.